I am grateful that Elon Musk exists. I am grateful that Jeff Bezos exists and Mark Zuckerberg, but I would never want to be them. The reason, by and large, that these people are so successful is because they have devoted every single second of their life to their company, and it came at the expense of everything else. Their family life, their mental health, sometimes their physical health. I admire you for what you built, and I would never want your life. That's important. So people are very different in this, so there's no clear answer on what you should do. But I've always admired, there's a song by the Foo Fighters, and there's a line in there that says, "There goes my hero, he's ordinary." And I always love that line because I think who I want to be in my core is an ordinary person. Now, a lot of people do not want that. And we can define ordinary however you want. But to me, what really matters is like, if I have a family who loves me and health and something to look forward to and some good books, that to me, on a scale of 1 to 100, that gets me to like a 96. And there's maybe some things above that could get me to a 98 or 99. But the vast majority of what's going to give you a good life are the simple, ordinary things. Mark Zuckerberg has made way more money, way more prestige, built Facebook, which makes MySpace look like just a little joke on the side. Who has a better life? There's no right answer to that question. But if I looked at that, would I rather have, these are ridiculous numbers, I don't understand, would I rather have $100 million and have total freedom to wake up and hang out with my family and play some music and go for a hike and take a nap at 1 p.m, or $100 billion and work 90 hours a week and have half the world hate you and potentially be responsible for the decline in teenage mental health and wars? There is no right answer. Some people might listen to that and say, I'd rather have Zuckerberg's life. So that's what Musk was talking about. He gave a podcast a couple of years ago and he said, you might think you want to be me, the richest man in the world, but he said, it's a mess, it's a storm up here. And but that's why they're successful, is because they probably can't sleep at night because they're so tormented with the problems they're trying to solve. I admire that, I don't envy it. It doesn't matter how well I'm doing, it matters how well I'm doing relative to you. It doesn't matter how big my house is. If I'm trying to signal, all that matters is my house is bigger than yours. That's true for all wealth. There's no such thing as you are wealthy once you have X number of dollars. That does not exist. Everything is relative to other people. And the truth is, we live in a world of such material abundance where the majority of people listening to this will have some sort of shelter and a car and can buy clothes and whatnot. And because relative to a lot of history, we live in material abundance, the competition, the arms race for bigger, nicer things is extraordinary. And it's way more powerful and potent today than it's ever been for 2 reasons. One is social media. So I am now aware of the homes that other people live in, the cars that they drive, the clothes, the vacations that they take. I'm now aware of it in a way that we were not 15 years ago. The other thing is, because the internet has democratized access to audience and attention, the ability to become extremely rich is much more powerful than it's ever been. It's still rare, of course, but it's easier today than it's ever been to become very, very wealthy, even if only a small number of people are doing it, because your potential customer base is now the entire world. 100 years ago, if I was a businessman, my customer base was whoever lived in my town. Now, if you're a businessman, your customer base can be the entire world. And so it's easier to make a huge fortune, and because of social media, once you make that fortune, people are probably gonna know about it, because a lot of those people who become very rich are gonna say, look at how I'm living. And so you have this trickle-down aspiration of everyone else being like, my definition of wealthy, if you're a young person today, a young person's definition of wealthy might be a multi-billionaire with a private jet and a private island, where I think 80 years ago, people's definition of wealthy was a 3-bedroom house and 1 car and